I am Sunmeet Sethi. I have been a product manager, now a product leader for good 9 odd years. Engineering graduate. During my engineering, did a lot of internships, explored what startups are, what companies are, how different profiles work. Because I come from a family business background. My father is a first generation entrepreneur. So business and all of the discussions around that were always the dinner table conversations for us. And went on to do my engineering, joined a very early age startup back in the time. Ratan Tata had funded the company called Urban Clap. Urban Clap has now become Urban Company now, and joined in the business team. Eventually moved into the tech and product team. Got a chance to build a lot of categories, and then eventually build like very good products for company as well, and like subscription, rebooking, which fortunately are still running and live at Urban Company. And went on to do my MBA from IIM Kozhikode after a good long stint at Urban Company. Did my MBA from IIM Kozhikode. Very different experience because I've been born and brought up in Delhi. So a true blue Punjabi guy who has been put into Kerala, Kozhikode, in the land of dosa and sambar. So very different experience for me. Got a very bunch of good friends, very good conversations with them. Different experience for me completely. So product manager's life is very interesting. No day looks similar. So some days you probably are starting off with conversations with your developers on what you are wanting to build. Some days you are just sitting idle and then understanding what we have to ideate and what we have to probably think on. What is something next the product should be given it in new feature, and what are users looking for. And some days you are directly focusing on what customers are looking for. You talk to customers, you do competitive analysis, and then go on to building something which is very new, very fresh, and that is how innovation comes in. So primarily it's a mix of talking to a lot of developers, engineers, designers, QA guys, business team. Sometimes it is just thinking on and ideating what is something which I could probably build on in form of the feature for the company and for the product. And some days are something like you probably are just focused on understanding what users are. Why is my product not working? And doing an analysis around it, talking to users, talking to different set of stakeholders and running the show for your product. So every day is a new, and it also it's an amalgamation of, in a way, strategy, customer understanding, product understanding, and obviously some kind of technical understanding which is mixed with the business spices as well. I think I'll probably take a step back and give you an understanding that how the landscape of MBA and business education is actually changing with new business schools coming in. And I've been very fortunate to teach some of the good new contemporary business schools in Delhi and Bangalore and somewhere, and in the circuit of Delhi and Bangalore. And I'm seeing that the students are also focusing more on contemporary practical education rather than just focusing on something which is very bookish in its own self. They're trying to get scope, they're trying to get hold of somebody who can actually teach us what is actually happening in the startups and in companies, and give us that kind of an understanding rather than giving us what has already been written in the books, which you can obviously go back and read. And a lot of times, which probably is possible, that when we were back in our MBAs, when we were back in our MBAs, we were actually being taught the cases which were of 1980s, 1990s, 2000s. But it's been 20-25 years with new, like the internet landscape changing the country, with now AI coming into the place. There is always a need to new contemporary cases to be written and obviously being taught to the students. So that really helps. And with coming on point on that what HiveSchool is trying to create in terms of a dedicated focused school on sales is something very new, very fresh, very contemporary, because it's obviously demand in the market that students are looking for something which is something very new, and obviously which is something which can help us immediately land up on something which they can just go and crack it, and not something which helps them understand the frameworks which they would have to figure out how they can apply it. And with HiveSchool coming into the focus, they are bringing in new age faculty members who are like startup leaders, who are product leaders, who are growth leaders, and what they are doing in form of their own company, in their own companies, in their day-to-day work, that really helps students understand that how data is analyzed, how new products are actually getting built, how probably create a growth modeling plan, which is very similar to what they always wanted to do in the companies, rather than just focusing on the numbers based on the books. So that is something very new. I want to probably say to you that you are going to be on your toes for one full long year, divided in different sprints, divided in different kind of things you will be building in different curriculums, and you will learn from sales to product to growth with a lot of very good new mentors coming in for you who are industry professionals, and these are people who are already leaders in their own genres. From product, from growth, from engineering, from tech, product, what they have already built has already been scaled from companies like Zomato, Urban Company, Angel One, Boat. They all will be coming in and teaching you how to scale your career in a very, very smart fashion, because this is something which is in the need of the hour. You don't need the premium business schools to scale your career. You actually need right learning, and that is where Hive School is, right in the middle of how the industry landscape is changing. So all the best to you, and do good for your time in Hive School.